Hello again, Sue here again from Sue's Dog Rock My Kitchen, and I hope you're all well and not going too nuts in the weird life that we're now living in, the lockdown world that we now all find ourselves in. Anyway, so today I thought I would just make some really nice cheese scones. My partner and I, we love a cheese scone, so they're really quick and easy to make, and these are really delicious ones. I got them off the internet, so they're just sort of a random cheese scone recipe, and I've written it down on this little book I'm making with my own little recipes in it, so that's what I'm doing right now. So, first of all, what we'll do is we'll run through the ingredients for you, and then we will put it together. These are 30-minute cheese scones. They take 30 minutes, 15 minutes prep time and 15 minutes cooking time apparently, so we'll see how that goes, shall we? So anyway, for this you are going to need 450 grams, and by the way we're using self-raising flour for this recipe. You can use plain flour, but today we're using self-raising flour. So we're using 450 grams of self-raising flour, which I have here, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, which I have here, pinch of salt here, and then 50 grams of butter, which is here, which I'm going to weigh, and then 250 grams of grated cheese, mature or substitute, cheese substitute if you don't eat cheese, or you can put a different cheese in it that you really love, like you could put half mature and then half of another cheese in it that you like, so whatever cheese you like basically. And then 250 mils of yogurt. So you can either use yogurt for this recipe, or you can use milk, or you can use buttermilk. And with all of those, you dilute them with some water. So what I've got here is 100 mils of water, and I'm just going to use regular milk today. So, but you can use yogurt or milk or buttermilk. So I've got this really nice Welsh milk that I buy, which is organic, and it's really nice milk. So I'm just going to, first of all, top it up to the 250 mark. So that's the milk done. So we can just put that to one side for a minute. And then we're going to weigh out the flour. So we're going to weigh the flour with a sieve in this bowl here. So I'm just going to weigh, well, I'm actually going to weigh it in this bowl, so I'll have to just make sure it doesn't record it. Okay, so we'll kick that back to 0. No, it's gone wrong. Hold on a minute, folks. Right, that looks ready. So we need 450 grams of self-raising flour today. So you can use plain for this recipe. I have used plain for these cheese scones in the past, and it doesn't really make much difference really. But today I'm using plain, self-raising. Whatever flour that you've got. So if you've only got plain, just use plain. You can just use a bit of bicarb, like half a teaspoon bicarb soda with your plain flour to help it to rise. So I'm just stirring this up. I hope everybody's okay. Oh, I took too much out there. 450. There, exact. And then 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I forgot to use the sieve. Too late now. Never mind. Feeling a bit sleepy today. So 2 teaspoons of baking powder. There we are. And a pinch of salt. Okay. So I should have sifted the flour, but it doesn't really matter. It rarely has any lumps in it anyway. And a pinch of salt. And then you could put some paprika in it if you want, or some chili powder, or anything like that, or mustard powder. I might actually put some mustard powder in because it brings out the taste of the cheese. and I really like the taste of it. So I'm going to go and get some mustard powder. I'll be right back. Hello again, Sue back again from Sue's Dog Broadmouth Kitchen. I just needed to get the cheese. I forgot to grate it first, and I needed some mustard. You could use paprika if you want. You don't have to use mustard, but I like the taste of this powdered mustard. In fact, I'll use all of this. There's just over a teaspoon in here, so we'll use all of that, I think, like so. And so we'll mix that together, and then we'll add the cheese. Well, actually, we'll put in the butter first, so you need 50 grams of butter. Okay, so we'll get our scales, and I've got my butter here, so we'll just put them on the scales. So 50 grams of butter is what you need. So that's 33 grams. And that is, put my, okay. Okay then, so I've weighed out my butter here, so I've got 50 grams of butter here, so I'm just going to add it into the flour mixture, and then we're just going to turn it into breadcrumbs. So you just do this with your fingers and just make some breadcrumbs, so you make it nice and crumbly, and then we'll add the cheese, and then we'll add the milk for binding together. Okay, so you also need a bit of flour to put on your board so that you can actually weigh out cut out your shapes. Okay, so you need to do that. So just make sure you do this bit first. So make sure you've mixed it all together nicely between your fingers. So I hope you're having a good day. What have you been up to today? Have you been doing any baking today? I love baking. I love making food for you and for my partner. But we are going to be going on a fast next week, so I won't be making any baking videos. So I'm trying to do them today. So I'm going to try and do as many as I can today. So with these cheese scones, you can freeze them. So I'm probably going to freeze most of these because we're not going to be eating them all today. So I'm going to freeze most of them. Okay. So now I'm just going to add the cheese into the mixture. Like so. This is just over the amount of cheese. So the amount of cheese was 250 grams. I'm using 270 grams. And the reason why is because I really like my scones to really be cheesy, like really, really, really cheesy. And I always find if you just add that bit more cheese, then you can really, really taste the cheese. And the mustard does bring out the taste of the cheese. So we've put in our cheese now. So now we need to bind it together with the milk mixture or whatever mixture you've decided to use. So just use your hands for this. Don't worry about spoons because you're going to have to take out a bowl in a minute and just put it on your floured surface. So it's really quite easy to make. And if you want to make fruit scones, all you do is not put the salt in, put sugar in a little bit, and then just add fruit instead of cheese. So the same amount, like so 250 grams of mixed fruit or whatever fruit you like, and then you can just make fruit scones. This is basically the same mixture, except for this is savoury. And as I said, you can add whatever, you know, spices you like to this. If you like spices or herbs even, you can put herbs in it as well. Just let your imagination go mad. You don't have to stick to the rules when you're baking. You can break the rules. Yeah, let's break the rules. Yeah, I think we need to break the rules. So I've got a bit more milk here. I'm just gonna mix it together. That was needed a bit more because I think because I put extra cheese in, needs a bit more help with the binding together. So I hope you can see what I'm doing, because every time I put my camera on I seem to put it in a different position. So one day it seems to be alright and another day it doesn't. And I keep it in the same place basically, so I don't know why it changes. It's really odd. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now is just put it on a floured surface so I can knead it just a tiny bit, not like too much. So just move all this stuff out of the way, get the flour. And what you need to do is make them, oh I forgot how big they're supposed to be. About this big. That deep, sort of, or deeper, like that deep. Make them that deep, and then they rise, and you'll have a nice. If you want to make sort of cheese biscuits, just roll them out thinner, and you can make cheese biscuits instead of scones. It's the same mixture, so it doesn't really matter. Or you could make cheese straws with the same mixture. It doesn't really matter. It's the same mixture. I know cheese straws are made with puff pastry, but you can make them with just, you know, you can make them with this pastry as well. It doesn't really matter what shapes you do with it. But today we're sticking to the traditional scones, whichever. So anyway, so that's it. I've got it in a nice ball shape there, see? So the next thing to do is to get your rolling pin, because you're going to roll them out, and your cutter, whatever cutter you're going to use. Cutter, this size. Not sure how big that is. Looks about 2 inches, whatever that is in centimetres. But you know roughly what sort of size cutter to use. Just use whatever you want. You could use a glass if you haven't got a cutter. So if you haven't got any cutters, see the glass, you could just turn it upside down and use that. I've used glasses loads of time in the past because I never used to have any cutters. So, and I've always managed to make scones without much fuss. So you don't really need a cutter, doesn't matter. But if you haven't got one, then go ahead and use it. So now what we're going to do is just roll this out. So try and keep it in a sort of a roundish shape while you're doing it. Just makes it easier to go around the edges when you're cutting it. So just sort of hold it, push it together, because you're going to make it, you can't actually see, I don't know why. Anyway, never mind. So we're going to keep it quite thick because obviously we're making scones and we want them quite deep. So I think that's probably enough rolling. Right, so I'll show you how deep they're going to be. So this deep. See that? Like that. Okay. Right, so we'll see how many we get out of one batch, and then we'll just bring it together and roll it out again until we run out of pastry. But you can make them smaller. You could use a smaller cutter and then you get more. So if you was making them for like a dinner party or party, oh, what are those parties? Oh, they're gatherings, aren't they, of more than 6 people? Oh my God. Do you remember those days when you used to have a party? You could have people around your house and you never had the police round your house just telling you you're not allowed people around your house. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? It wasn't very long ago, was it? I remember it wasn't very long ago. Now we're all locked down in our houses. Like prisoners. I think I might have to do something about it. I don't think I can live like this with this weird life we're now living, to very odd. It's not good for our souls. So, if you do have a family gathering of more than 2 people, you could make these. They're very nice. So far we have 8 of those. So we'll just bring it together again and roll it out again. Okay, so we'll bring it together again like so. There we go. And then just roll it out again. Okay. You don't even need a rolling pin really, you could just squash it with your hands. If you can't find your rolling pin, don't let that stop you from making them. Just make them anyway. There we are, so there's another one. So these are a bit more rougher looking on the top because I haven't rolled them out quite amazingly, but they will still be alright. Should be able to get one more out of this bit. So far we have 11. So basically you can get 12 out of this mixture, which is normal for this amount of pastry. So we've got one more we can do. So just push it together as best we can. Oh, might look a bit weird this one, never mind. That's it. And then we just keep this bit and flatten it and put it on there anyway. Okay, we use all of it. I never waste anything. I don't like waste, as I've said many a time before in my videos. Right, so we've got 12 of these and then this little weeny one. So what we need to do now is just put some milk mixture on the top. I need to get my brush. I've got a bit of milk here and I'm just going to put a bit of milk on the top so they brown. And then in the oven they go. And I will tell you the temperature. Hold on a moment. You need to know that, that's quite important. So, temperature, 200 degrees Celsius, which is 180 degrees Fahrenheit, gas mark 6. And you've got to lightly grease your baking tray, which I've already done. And they take 13 to 15 minutes. Okay, so 15-minute prep time, 13 to 15-minute cook time, and 5-minute eat time. Okay? So, I'm just going to pop these in the oven and I'll come back again in a minute when they're done. Okay? So, see you again in a minute. Bye for now. Bye. Hello again. Sue back again from Sue's Dull Broadmouth Kitchen with the finished scones. Look at those. Wow. They look amazing, don't they? These beautiful cheese scones I just made, they only took 15 minutes to make, so quick. So this is 30 minutes video. 15 minutes to, well, not even 30 minutes the video. 15 minutes to do the prep and 15 minutes to make them, for them to cook. So, if you would like the ingredients for this video, please leave a comment below and I will put the ingredients up for you. So now all we need to do is just take them off of here and put them on these cooling racks so that they cool out down underneath. And to try one, obviously. So they're nice and light. Remember what I said though, you can make them into biscuits if you want and make them like not so dense, or make them taller with a smaller cutter. So, or you can make cheese straws. You could cut them into little strips and make cheese straws out of them, or make them really flat and make cheese biscuits. So you don't just have to make them into cheese scones, or you could use fruit instead of cheese and make them into fruit scones, or you could just not put fruit or cheese in and have them as plain scones. So there you are, it's the same recipe, you just take out the salt and put sugar in and that's that. So anyway, we're going to try one now. So we're going to try this little weenie one that I made because this was an odd one, okay? But look at these beauties here. Look at these, look at that, look. Would you like one? So they're absolutely deliciously, they look good, so let's just hope they taste as good as they look. So I'm going to get this little one here that's all knobbly. So I'm just going to cut this one and have a look inside. Oh yes, lovely. I'm going to get some butter here. Got my butter here. And see, just put lashings of butter on. There we have it. Look at that, yummy. Mmm. Mmm. Oh. Mm-mm-mm. So cheesy. Mm-mm. Cheesy, cheesy, cheesy scones. Mmm. Yum, yum. Oh. I love cheese scones. And just adding that extra 20 grams of cheese makes all the difference, because it's 250 grams of cheese, but I always put extra in. So I put 270 grams of cheese in. So you get a really nice cheesy flavour coming out. And a little bit of mustard, about 1.5 teaspoons of mustard. Or you could use paprika. You could even use smoked paprika. In fact, next time I make them, I might actually make them with smoked paprika and see what that tastes like, because I actually love smoked paprika. It's got such a lovely smoky taste. And it makes them a sort of pinky colour. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and I've given you some knowledge and helped you in some way. And I hope you make these, because they are so delicious and your friends and family would love them, and so would you. If you like cheese scones, you're going to love these. So please subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my videos, and give me a thumbs up and a like, and ring that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. There should be another link to another video somewhere around the top here, and there should be sort of a link to another video somewhere around here as well. So please let me know if you enjoyed my videos, and leave a comment below if you would like the ingredients for this recipe, and I will put them up for you. So that's all I got to say about this recipe today. So it was delicious, it's really quick to make, and really lovely, 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 tasty, cheesy, cheesy, cheesy yumminess. So if you like yummy, cheesy scones, then make these ones. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh. Because most of the time I find cheese scones, when I buy them in the shop, they never taste of cheese. They're really bland and doughy. When you make things yourself, I don't know, everything tastes so much better when it's homemade. Put it that way. It's not mass produced, it tastes better. Anyway, thank you for watching my video, and please subscribe to my channel, and that's it for now. So bye for now, bye!